like Larry and I have met several times before. He knows that I've been using this information for about 20 years. My name is Jerry Penna. I was lucky enough to first get a letter similar to what you guys received about 20 years ago. And for me, it's been kind of life-changing, and it's really the foundation of who I am and what I'm about, my family included. So it's really been a very big value to me. So first I wanted to start off and kind of talk a little bit about where many people are today and where you could be. For most people today are bored, they're kind of tired, stagnant, really not going anywhere with their life. Where you could be is in control. You could be powerful, you could be like a business titan. Second thing that where most people are, they're kind of looking for easy success, right? It's kind of like the shortcut. I think it's kind of human nature, and a lot of people want kind of the shortcut in life. But what you could be doing is creating values and wealth. There's a desire by most people to get an easy way to get paid. You could be using your brain power to really get yourself ahead, and that's a big difference. Most people have kind of an unfulfilling love life, and you could have a long-lasting romantic love relationship, which is extremely valuable. Most people have kind of like a desire to fit in. You could be leading yourself, not waiting to have that desire to fit in with other people. Most people are kind of looking for respect, or you could be respected and admired. A lot of people are overweight and unhealthy, and you could be fit, sexy, and healthy. Right? Those are very valuable things. You can kind of just be making your way through life, or you could be finding long-term happiness. It says right here, you need control. And that's kind of one of the main things that this is all about, the Neothink Society, and we'll talk a little bit about that. It says you need to gain control to gain power, wealth, and abiding happiness. Pressured as you might, you don't really need to relax. You don't need to learn how to relax. You don't need therapy or psychologists. You don't need positive thinking, inspiration, management, or search for excellence books. You need control. Iron grip control over everything. And that's what you'll learn. That's really one of the fundamental principles of the Neothink Society. Discipline, thought, and control. And those are very well discussed throughout the literature. Here's a quote: "Only a handful have passed into this new realm of money and power. Soon you will possess the most powerful profit-generating force never before known to mankind, the mightiest dimension of thought. You'll enter a new mentality, a step beyond the conscious mind into Neothink." This has been called the most important money, power, romantic love discovery since the Industrial Revolution. And it's a radically new value, attacked as a fake. And a lot of people, I sent over 600 letters to people, and you guys are the only ones that came, right? So shame on me partly, but a lot of people obviously are very worried about being scammed, or they're suspicious, or they're just not interested in being involved or whatever. But it's a lot of times people think it's fake or it's not real. It struggled to project its full benefits. I think most people would agree with that are involved with the Neothink Society. It appears to be an exaggeration. Actually, it's an understatement. There's really no limit to the value of Neothink. What it is not. It's not a cult. That's a big assumption a lot of people make, is that it's a cult that we're following. And it's not a static philosophical, political, or religious system. There's no gurus or leaders. There's no dogmas or doctrines. There are no authorities or followers. And there's no final answers. I think that's, those criteria there are really the definition. The opposite is kind of a definition of a cult, right? Where you have a leader, where you're following somebody, where you're not leading yourself. And that's kind of the difference. It's a main difference. There's a lot of people that were on the internet over the past 20 years that I've seen discussing the Neothink idea, and most of them think, they try to label it as a cult. It's really not. What is Neothink? Well, it literally means new think. You know, neo is new and think, new thinking. And it's a new use of the brain. And man can only focus on one thought at a time. Really, that's kind of how our one of the major limits of our brain is the ability to think at one thought at a time. But with Neothink, you use specialized tools to help you go beyond that limited thought-by-thought approach. And it allows man to break free. And it'll push you to your outer limits.